What's up? The internet is crapping out while society is resetting, so I figured I might as well just do like a quick go through of my like working area. I mean, living working area because my bed is right next to this. But I'm just gonna focus on all the hobby action stuff. So let's get started. Starting off at the edge over here, I have a bunch of plywood and canvas that you just never know. Right now I'm building a bunch of like arcade cabinets and just little boxes for synths and stuff. Hoping that goes well. I have a random light bulb here because I did have another lamp that just crapped out on me, and it was not the light bulb. Some turmeric pills because my joints are starting to hurt a lot, and I hear turmeric is good for that. Here we have a bunch of like on-hand stuff that I use a lot, When my tufting gun worked, this is what I used for that. Just sketching markers. Some just standard screwdrivers. I have a coffee keeper warmer. Just to keep my coffee warm during the cold seasons. I don't really use it in the spring or summer. A more like low light night light type deal in case this is too strong, or I just gotta adjust it so that it's not as bright. Over here we have our ink station. I use a lot of ink for art and just journaling too. It's a joy to use, so I've been slowly collecting it. Some pictures of Beloved and I. More pencils and pens and brushes. We have here a limited edition little gift from my darling as well. It has a light, but I don't want to mess with it right now. Some more gifts. Books that I've slowly collected. I have a ton of books. A little station for these chargers because I'm always looking for them, especially this one. This USB-C high power one, that's really useful. Over here we have tufting materials, pretty boring yarn. My kalimba. Oh, my knees! We have a small arcade stick, or cabinet. As you can probably tell, I like video games. A hidden FM synth, the Volca FM, and my soldering gun down here. I just used the soldering gun, so it's not like they don't ever get used. A multi-effects pedal that I plug in with my guitar, or any synth really, when I'm feeling up to it. Look at this power strip. It's cute. Alright, coming back up to the desk. Here we have a couple of electronics things that are more like on the desktop, like, I've been working on it pretty recently. This is a synth. The bottom one was a keyboard, a 8-key keyboard, and you just like combine them with different like chords, basically. To get all the different letters and things. This here is going to be a sequencer. Right now it just plays samples, one for each button, but it's all running in here. Pretty proud of that one. My Switch I barely touch. I use it to play Quake 3, basically. To just, study up on how classic FPSs are handled. My jazz harmonica that I play when I'm especially down on my luck and just need to contemplate my place in this capitalistic hellscape. Some soldering rosin. Never know when, or never know. I actually do use it. Keep everything running. Some wood back there. Some cassettes that I've slowly been collecting. Some Quincy Jones. I've been trying to like record playlists that I like on YouTube a lot, and just putting on cassettes because like right now I can't listen to them unless I just use my data on my phone, and sometimes I don't want to do that. Gregorian chants, this is where it's all about, Sometimes you just want to meditate, think about Greg. I needed some more coffee and I shifted the light a little bit, but anyway, this here is my pocket operator arcade. Oh yeah. I think that was like actually the first thing I bought synth related, and once I bought that, I was just like, oh, I gotta get more groove boxes at least. Next, all right, holding up my TV actually, TV slash second monitor, are a bunch of what are they alcoholic markers that my brother gifted me, and they're very useful. Next to that are a bunch of important documents, fake flowers to brighten up the mood. Another gift from my darling, that's us. This me, this her. My dead ass Tamagotchi Pac-Man edition. Kid you not, the first life it had was the only life it had. A stack of books so I can raise this up and see behind my monitor. The gift that my darling made me. A bunch of pencils and things that I use. Spaghetti. A little device that lets you draw pixel art. You can grab it from underneath my desk. Some Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, I guess. They're pretty much dead. Like they maintain a charge of like 3 hours and that's it. A USB-C wired Xbox controller because I feel like that's for Windows anyway. It's like the easiest way to test gamepad stuff for your games. A standard blue a snowball thing. It's alright. I wish it wasn't as big as it was. I wish it was like this, and then maybe like boop, a 2-incher, maybe not a 4 or 5, whatever this is. I have a desk thingy elevator. It's oh, excuse me. It's pretty good for putting my laptop here or anything else. Right now, it's holding my sketchbook to quickly get stuff written down. Although this sketchbook is a little, it's huge. Look at that. It takes up half the desk almost, and my desk is kind of big. So I like the format, the sideways thing. It's a little cumbersome to use. This, I guess we're on my desk now. These are wireless keyboard and mouse that it uses one USB, and that's super useful, especially when it comes to single board computers where USB space is like really limited. There it is right there. This is my Raspberry Pi. Most people just use it as a Pi hole. I am trying to make a game, and a Tamagotchi, and Python script launcher, and all sorts of things. I was gonna say nefarious, but I don't do anything like that. Still a baby. Under my desk we have storage and my amp that I don't use. Keep my keyboards, tape deck, so when I want to listen to stuff or record, rip it off. My component cabinet. It's full of little components for the Arduinos and the microcontrollers. Just a wire mess bin that I really like, just use a lot of. Although some of these things I don't use at all, like that microphone, the tiny amp. I think I'm gonna just break it apart, see if there's any components inside. Next we have my big old workstation. She's a pre-bought. I'm not as fancy. Like, I'll build a single board computer and design PCBs and stuff, but I'm not putting together a PC. Just give me the PC, man. The RGB is a little cringe, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it was on deal. We have my phone holder. This is what I use to record a lot of like art and time lapses and stuff. I haven't done as much lately. And I also double it as a headphone holder and VR controller or VR cable holder because that thing can get annoying sometimes. Another multi-effects pedal that is my brother's actually. Maybe he wants it back someday. Another MIDI controller and my guitar that's hiding behind there. I forgot what these are called, but another crazy instrument and my life in art, basically. Like, you know, those sketchbooks we collect as kids and never finish. Oh my god, what? My painting just fell. What was I saying? Yeah, basically all my art that I've done in school, and that's like 2 decades of stuff right there. If that's gone, that's like my hard drive. disappearing, which is kind of like I kind of want to burn it all eventually. But yeah, that's my desk. Tell me if you enjoy this kind of thing, because I still have a bunch of other things to show, I guess, or I could go more in depth, like all the components I have, or the paintings, or the tools I use. Yeah, I think now I'm just gonna talk about the projects that I've been working on, like inside screens and stuff. This is everything I have, like IRL. Besides these, I mean, but these they're still just mostly software, and I can show you the schematics that I did to wire those stuff in the screen. So that's probably it for the camera. So I lied. We're gonna talk a little bit about this first, because I'm gonna get into all the software stuff, like on the computer, and I'm gonna just forget about all this other stuff that I have been working on quite like extensively, not extensively, but like I have been locking in. Okay. So right now, I have made it so that this our Raspberry Pi 4B auto runs this display that is just connected through GPIO through here to the side. And for now, it just runs a little script that I wrote that draws and graphs like the system monitor basic stuff. As you can see, the disk is already about like full. I think it has like an 8 GB SD card. And honestly, I'm kind of on the fence of whether or not that's being fine. I'm probably just going to make it obviously bigger. They're not that expensive. It's powered through USB-C. I think that's fine. I think I don't have to worry about power modules. I've tested it and it like works fine with just USB-C if it's powered and like powerful enough. I've heard that if it's powered by like a lesser cable or power block, the Pi can't function as fast. But anyway, that's it for that. I designed this little keyboard matrix. It was supposed to be for like the screen was supposed to be on here, and this was supposed to be playing a game without the Pi. Like it would just be by itself, kind of like, let me see. Kind of like this, where I modified it basically to spit audio out. As you can see, look at that. I didn't even solder it. I used hot glue. Dang it, I can't like zoom in, but yeah, there's a big ass speaker for it. But something like that, I couldn't, or the driver for the display isn't actually supported on Circuit Python, which is what I use for the RP2040Z right here. And so I was just like, well, if I just use it as a keyboard for now, because I want to make a full keyboard, I can plug it in through the C right here and then control the Raspberry Pi that way. And it gives it a vibe, I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Anyway, right now it's plugged in through the HDMI as well, so that I can, God, my little chair is loud. It's plugged in through the HDMI so I can run some commands and just show you what I have been doing with the screen, because it's more than just that. And right now, I have no way to like actually control the script. I think maybe, no, because right now it's being auto-run using cron tab, and apparently when you use cron tab to auto-run Python scripts, it runs, but you can't actually interact with the keyboard, or the keyboard, use the keyboard to interact with that cron tab script. It's kind of like walled off, or you have to access it in a very special way, and I just do not know enough about Python to do that. So let me get that started and then get back to you. Okay, so I'm really I'm a Linux newbie, okay? Like, I'm hoping I can just kill this. This is the script that's running right there. It's just running htop. And if I could, can I just kill it? Like, right? That's how that works. So, F9 to kill, not that one. F9 to kill. Oh my god, it's going so fast. Oh, I gotta find it? There it is. System monitor. Turn it off. Boom. Yes, turned off the screen. Okay, so now that should work, right? Let's go over to a new tab, and I'm gonna put you down. Hold on. Okay, I just put you on the arm. So what is it? First I use fish because I'm again, no idea what I'm doing here. So we're gonna go to the display shit. List of things, and then we're gonna... I'm gonna just show you the scripts that I have going on so far. So, Python 3, roguelike. Alrighty, so it's running that script that I just put in there, and we can have a little tiny game. Oh, no we don't! We do not have a tiny game. Oh my god, it's because it's not... Hold on. Oh. I hooked up the USB-C and now that should work, right? Of course it doesn't. I'm still learning apparently. There you go. So, right now it just generates a random map on a 2D array map, and then you just have a little thing. It's pulling from a random sprite sheet. Let me see if I can focus log it off. There we go. No. Yeah. It's not a whole lot, but clearly there's something here that I can build on, and it'll be a full game, and I have a bunch of buttons to work with. The only thing is that it's hooked up to the Pi, and that's when I got the idea of like, oh, why don't I just make this into like a Python script launcher? And so that's what this is. For example, I just ran a file explorer script that I wrote, and that's basically it. You just go through the directories of the Raspberry Pi, and you can go through it. The bottom shows your current directory, and you can just obviously go around with the arrow keys and enter. But that's what I mean. It's pretty fun. You can. It's kind of annoying to run everything, but I ran like a weather API call, QR code generator, and at least for me, it's fun. It brings, as they always say in these single board computer like product web pages, bringing back the fun in computing. Or is that Linux distro or something like that? I don't know, but that's the vibe that I'm getting, and it's. I'm learning about Python, and two, I'm making this cool thing that I've already made it like a 3D model case that I want to make for this. But then after I saw it, after I saw the completed thing, I was just like, this is literally just a case like anybody else's Raspberry Pi case, except I put rails on mine, so you can attach another carrier board on top that can be like connected and yada yada. It's like, basically, I just made a 3D model of what everybody else had, and that was kind of discouraging, but you know, I gotta get better somehow with 3D modeling. Okay, so this is the case for the Raspberry Pi that I talked about earlier. I don't think the model I use is like the right scale. Like, there's no way that USB sticks are this small, so I'm a little afraid that this isn't actually a good scale. But what I want to add or feature, I guess, for my case, is the carrier board on top that's going to hold the display and the thing that drives the keyboard, which luckily has enough to do like a split keyboard with like combo keys, and all you need is 2 combos, like Alt and then the symbol key basically, and then let me get those off. Select. So underneath that is going to be the lid basically right here, and it's going to let me see, Y, X, Z, Y, there we go. Okay, so it's going to open like that on a hinge that way, so you can see all the insides. That's going to be the fan right there. And I want to make a small like carrier board right here to go on top of the GPIO of the Raspberry Pi, and make it go at a right angle right here so that you can access them easy, instead of like having them go up, and you can only, like, I don't know, I want to have access to the GPIO. And whatever I use will be wired over here to the left, or to the right, I guess. So it's not like in the way like it is with my case currently. In the back I have some MIDI, or 5-pin MIDIs, because I just love adding MIDI to my projects. And over here to the left I want to add a infrared module so that I can blast and receive infrared. In the front over here, on top of the other audio deck, I'm going to add another audio deck that's better quality so you can do synth projects, because I mean, if you're going to add 5-pin MIDI, you should at least make it so that you can have good audio on your board. So yeah, that's the Raspberry Pi 4 case that I want to make. But really, like, the magic, or the thing that's going to be doing the thing that makes it stand apart, is the carrier board right here. But there's already plenty of those projects too, so it's not like I'm doing something crazy. It's just something that I'm doing for my specific use case, which is, I mean, that's the point, right? General purpose computers. Okay, so for the computer projects that I want to show y'all that I've been working on is this thing. This is just a recreation or reimagining of Space Invaders, but in VR. And you control the player ship with your head. So it basically tracks your head, and that's it. So let me give you all a quick little demonstration. Hopefully the game window, yeah, that's it right there. So I get into position, and you can see right here, oh my god, that they already start. I haven't programmed them to wait until the game actually starts. So you shoot with triggers. Everything's still like prototype graphics. But yeah, you've already destroyed a lot of the shields that you can use, you know, and you just shoot them. One of the things that I've made, or that I'm copying from my Pico 8 game, is when you shoot them, sometimes they drop power-ups, and if you match 3, you get like a little power-up where like it's bombs, fast, rapid fire, or like a laser beam. Yeah, I think that'll modernize it, you know? It certainly makes it a lot more fun for me on the Pico 8 game. So another thing that I want to mess around with, and it's something that I've found out about recently, is something called Pepper's Ghosts. And it's like a really old hologram technique. So that, I mean, it's just a hologram, but I'm wanting to use or reuse my old tech that just isn't being used again, you know. So I have a tablet, a Surface Go, that is just going to end up dying, and I want to use it to make like a little hologram of a character, and then have stats on the left or right. And that's it. Like, all I would need is the Pepper's Ghost stuff, which is like a mirror, or not a mirror, a piece of glass, and then build like a little frame around it to hide where the screen is coming from, and I think that'll be cool. The next thing that I'm working on, or was working on, was an arcade cabinet, because I just bought a circular saw. And I already cut my first arcade cabinet. It was not super well, like, I made the plans and drew it on the plywood a long time ago, so I'm pretty sure I messed up somewhere. So I decided to 3D model it and then have like a more, you know, grounded way of like doing it, because I made the outside shell and I did nothing for the inside, and it's all janky. I didn't measure right. There's like, you know, there's no plan. I just wanted to make an arcade cabinet basically. So this next version I'm gonna make is I'm still going to use plywood because I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to have supports also made so that's easier to assemble. I've seen that the real ones, real arcade cabinets, they have like notches over to the side, like right here, and they just slot into things like that. But I don't really, I mean, I don't even have a hole maker. Like, I'm going to just try to do the old nail and drill with screws kind of method. That's what I'm doing, just so I can get a feel for the circular saw and cutting things and measuring well. I also made a smaller version because I want to use my Surface Go in case the Pepper's Ghost thing doesn't work out, because so far, every time I've done the trick or the, a setup of it, it doesn't look as great. Like, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with like how some people look at things in the artist's way, so like you see what's going on and like you peek behind the curtain and it's not as impressive, but I like on video it looks cool, and I think maybe the proper setup makes it look really, really cool. But even as a kid, I remember seeing those holograms and being like, but it's just a glass that's reflecting the image, that's it. So I in case I still feel that way, I made a tiny arcade cabinet for the Surface Go. And same thing, I built the supports. Oh, hold on, I can't select it. I built supports, and it's tiny. I don't even have to build the brains for it, like a single board computer to power everything, or do the HDMI. I just have to have it plugged in to the power all the time. And if I put speakers, I just put it up here and power the speakers through a power strip down here. I have a microcontroller that controls the controllers over here, and that's plugged in with USB to C to A or whatever it needs to be to the Surface Go, and that will do that. I just gotta make it auto run RetroPie or whatever it is I want it to run, and I'll have that. The last, I think, thing I'm gonna talk about, and then that's it for this video, is I'm gonna go into this, or I want to try selling a painting of mine on this gallery. And the interesting thing about this gallery is that it's in VR, and maybe I'll put some footage on right now. But basically, you just go into a VR gallery, people put up their paintings and you talk about it, and a lot of these paintings sell. So I'm gonna put up this one as my first one. Oh, no, let me turn on the lights. I'm gonna do this painting as my first one. I'm not quite sure how much to charge. I'm gonna clean up the edges, or not. I think I'll just leave it like that. And we'll see if some weirdo online buys it. I hope they do. Anyway, that's it. I think that's all I want to talk about. The things that I've been working on, and it's weird. I've been getting like, as the world seems to be getting more and more, crazy. I feel like we've been saying that for the past 200 years, but like, as it's getting more crazy, it really like solidifies to me the idea that like, I'm just here, like, with no real like power to change world matters like that. And in the first place, I wanted to just make my silly things, make my fun projects and games and music, not have to worry about a burning world like that. But here we are. And after a certain point, like, of thinking of stuff like that, it's kind of inevitable to just like, well, none of it matters, right? None of it matters, so why bother making, painting, creating, coding? Like, it's so easy to get to that point, and I think that's the time when I started feeling like maybe I should record like something and just talk about what I'm working on, because if it truly doesn't matter, I just might as well talk about the things I'm doing, because in the end I still feel the need to make stuff. If I just end up like succumbing to the idea of like, well, none of it matters, so why bother, I'll just goon around and do nothing, or play video games until I have to go to work every day. Like, that's cool and all, but it seems like I go nuts. Like, I start getting really depressive and like anxiety induced when I start getting dreadful or like, you know, nihilistic about it. So this is me combating that. It's kind of, you know, fun. It's good to talk to nobody. But no, I'm just kidding. It is cool to make little videos and put it online, and even cooler whenever I get feedback. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my little desk tour. I know I was bad at it. There's a lot that I wanted to still talk about, but I feel like when I talk about stuff like that, for like personally, my brain just goes blank, and like I'm done recording and I'm like, oh, what did we talk about? But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me know if y'all want more go-throughs of the tools that I use or whatever, and I'll see you next time.